Up skateboarders and skateboarder collectors. I'm just chilling here with the Chubs board. Thought I'd give more loves to the Chubs board because it seems like it needs it. I get a lot of boards and I go through a lot of boards, and sometimes you got to give love to the ones that shine through. And this Chubs board here, Chub, the Chub Cruiser, which I am 48, so when you get a little bit older, red top stain better not do it. But this board is called the Alchemy of the Nature. Alchemy of Nature. I think I said it was a wizard or something like that. But the actual name is the Alchemy of Nature. It's a beautiful board. Chub Cruiser at the bottom. If you look these guys up or go to them or want to buy from them, this board was $90. I got it in a one of those freaking grab bags, blind bags from autograph boards. So if you go and look them up, this board usually runs about $90 for this board. It is a 10.5 with a 33-inch length and a 15.5 wheelbase. So a lot more than outside of my uncomfortability because I'm right down to a 13. Let's be honest. No one wants to be honest about why you go to 13.8, 13.6, or why do you want those cuts, those in your, like the V8s are very, you leave it to Eric Costin to make amazing stuff, but the V8s are amazing because they're for street skating and for transition skating, they're amazing. They do everything that has to be done and cuts out uh companies of trucks. Get one truck that you like, have the holes, you're done. It's over. So it's just a matter of time until that. I'm wearing this until no effects get back together. I know I said that before, but this time I mean it. No more showers. You know, if anyone can tell you whose shower day it is, wanted to do some shout outs. Look at this board. And then I started looking at it and I was like, damn, it's a symmetrical board. And who's doing like symmetricals right now? Heroin are doing all their eggs. But for a 10.5, 15-inch wheelbase board like this, there's not very many companies that are doing anything like that for a cruiser. Or maybe they're doing it just to shape to ride, which is all good because everything that I've seen from all the eggs, even the eggs that were crazily proportioned, but I think all of them were a little bit smaller. Even the 14-inch egg was like 30 inches. All of them were in the 30-inch range, and this is the 32, 33-inch. So you can see, but I always like a bigger board. Even if it doesn't get around, you try to get it to spin a little bit under you instead of over you. Whatever. Um, and that's cool. But then I had these Indy 215s, and I was like, what am I going to put these on? And I have a few cruiser boards. And then even on the setup of these cruiser boards, I was like, uh, they're so cool boards, do you just go out and just thrash the shit out of them? So now I got like a few cruiser boards that just sit. And I know more collectors I see, they got a full setup of a skateboard and they don't collect it. So, or they don't skate it, they collect it obviously, but they don't skate it. So, and not to say that, whatever, but I have a few of those, whatever they are, and this is one of them. It's a house board, and I've seen that the house was like getting the house was my go-to back in the day. Like the house would always give you some socks, 40-year anniversary cruiser of the house. I did skate those thunders a good bit. Not enough though. Look at this. This is like a fucking. This is like a. Back in the day, look at that grip trying to come off. Got some bubble. That's from not standing on it. If you ever get this, just stand on your fucking board and skate. Board never. I set it up. I was like, I'm gonna go fucking skate this. Then I was like, damn, it's like a issue, fucking 40 anniversary issue of the board from the house. I don't know if you know the house, but they're selling Ramones decks right now, man. You can go get a Ramones complete for like 40, $50. And they're all legit. You get your Ramones deck. Then what are you going to do? It's already put together with the grip on it. And if you're selling the deck, you can't do that. What are you going to take the grip off? You're going to sell it with the grip. So you can't sell it. So you better like the Ramones. You know, they had the Arbiter, which was like the cruiser with the beer top remover that you could get, and they were selling it for the same thing, Rockets to Russia or whatever. Not sure. Don't care. But I love the Ramones. That's a fact. Another cruiser that I have that's not definitely a cruiser, but it just seems like it's a little bit bigger than what I skate is this Andy Anderson. I've like pushed around on it a few times and I've ollied over a few things, and it's got the backwards creatures. But here's some green thunders, hollows. No, not hollows. But this board's like a 9-4. I think the Dan Corrigan came out with the same thing. This is like a 9-4-3. He's got a 9-4-1. It's the in between of a 8-5 or what would be the 9-4. He's got the 8-4-1, which would be like the in between the 7-5 and the 9, or the no the we're going down a step. No, 8-4. Yeah, that's right. Whatever, I don't care. This is like a 9-4-1. Look at the shovel nose on that. Always do my or my pressure flips off the nose, or my shovels off the nose. So for one of my guarantee, it might be something. But I was ollieing this thing, and I put the only thing I hate about this is I put a Black Widow grip on this. Black Widow, not too grippy, bud. Spinning webs you may be putting on. But this board, I put these up with these bearings here. I'd be buying these bearings. If you don't know, these bearings are legit. I get these bearings for really low money, but they're better than these Swiss bearings that I have here. These bones, these are bones. These bearings are the shit. And they're like this out of the bag. You can grease them up. But I got the bones on here, the POW Dragons, the Thunders, and some Indie bolts. Um, this Andy is great. It's just 9.4. It is a heavy, big. Did I say 8 for it? No, it's a 9 for it. It's a huge board. If he Ollie Impo or no, front footed impossible this board, it's just a fat, it's just big. It's like a cruiser weight board. Like for a transition, I could see how you could use the transition in your favor because it's a heavy board. Like I have the same board right now. I have the same board. I could show you. I have several Andy Andersons, but it's eight, the eight model and the eight, somewhere in the 883, 86. I don't know, but it's the traditional one. That's the one I have, and it's a big difference between that one. I'm about to find out. All right, this board is 9 1/4. 9 1/4. So that a little bit over a 9 1/4, understandably. 9 1/4. I'm just saying, when you go out and you skate it, it's heavy. I mean, no excuses. I don't think I would look. That's why it went into the cruiser kind of. Like, I have another cruiser here, and it's just a moose board with some Santa Cruz rails or whatever with a bunch of stickers on it, some OJs and some core trucks. It's kind of like what that house is, but more pigged out. And it's a cruiser and it's fast, and you can see the concave. It's there. It's a nice board and it's fast. It's a fast board, but it's 10 inches. I think this is 10 inches. Put it on there. It's 10 inches. So it's a little bit bigger than the Andy. Andy wasn't even 9 1/2. That's a 10. This is a 10 1/2. You know, it is a big boy. And when you get to the symmetrical issues of it, with the weird uh, bevel here to the flat on both sides, it gets pretty interesting, and I like it. It's something that I started looking at, and I was like, man, when you see this, you can't unsee it. It's a beautiful board, and it needs like to be addressed as such. Like it needs to be skated or at least touched with my feet. I've never skated a symmetrical board. I've had a few of them before, but I've never got them under my feet. Um, just weird about it. Dan Corrigan's got this weird non-symmetrical, symmetrical, blowing minds, changing the dictionary. Uh, and it's coming out, and what I've seen is like, wow, that is cool. It's like maybe two-tail technology, like a twin tail. But amazing. I would love to see that dude just step up and own a model. He deserves it. Like, have you seen anything? And like, you don't have to dig to see good Dan Corrigan film. Like, that dude deserves it. I don't know if he's talking about when he was saying that maybe it needs to be more well-rounded. In what way so? Like, you don't do a 900, but you do stuff in joking that people can't do on their session. So whatever, it is what it is. But I'd like to see him step into a model. I'd love to see Christopher Hyatt have a great model that I can get in my collection. Send me 3. I'm bought already. This is a record breaking, groundbreaking type shit to see an old school model back on POW road today. And I'm a big fan. Um, Zach Doling, all those guys need, if it's up to me, Mowgli needs to be right on their team, right beside him, and he needs to be at least an amateur going up. He already proved himself to everyone in America on a daily basis. So when I see Mowgli, I'm just like, give him everything. He should have it, you know, if not because he's a midget. No, just because he works hard. Look at his stuff. You can't go far to find. And that joke is politically correct if you go from a Dan Corrigan perspective. The nerds, gummy crushers, cluster. Yep, that was one thing I wanted to talk about. Go ahead and put yourself to a diabetic coma with those. It's worth it. I'm gonna address this board in a minute. Other than that, fuck the heat. Um, we're gonna talk about Brian Booth. He was the winner on my lucky motherfucky. What do you get? The special effects. The special effects. Nora, welcome. You're welcome. It has already been gripped. Whoa. That special effects is a pretty good board. It is a great deck. It has been gripped. Brian Booth, this will be coming your direction. That's a fact. And I got some other stuff for you. We were talking, and we'll have to talk about this. Something about the fucking those tensors didn't fit this board, so it would have to be some some other trucks that I have that are on this other board. We'll talk about it later. But I got you set up. Uh, Shout out to Nelly Kyler Kelly. Say that 3 times. Try to run and fall down. He's been a winner for a minute, and I cannot send him anything because he lives in the Philippines. Bummer. So if you guys want to give me something to do something or help me with something or send me $1 million, I can't send nothing to the Philippines. So that sucks. Sorry, Nelly. We'll work it out, bud. You'll get something. I know it sucks over there. Sucks here too. It's what you make of it. Uh, Gotta talk about the frickin' Jamie Foy, Brandon Westgate, Tiago Lamas fucking video by New Balance that's just dropped. And how much somewhere in that video Skater of the Year is. Well, I'm here to tell you. I got all their boards except for Jamie Foy. I don't have Jamie Foy's board, which makes my skateboard collection somewhat incomplete. So that's a bummer. But if you would have watched those parts, when you have these three powerhouses, and you're watching parts and you think something's going to come to mind, watch the video. You'll know what's going to come to mind right off the bat. And if, how, what, and that would be Brandon Westgate, that ollie from roof to roof. But that doesn't mean that in today's technology of skateboarding, that doesn't mean too much. Stuff's changing, stuff's coming around in circles. The only thing that I love nowadays is pressure flips are coming in back in style. Hey, now step aside. Let me come and show you. But that's pretty cool. That. But any which way, the Foy Westgate, Tiago Lamas. If you watch that by New Balance, get ready to see some new skateboarding and great skateboarding. And I don't uh promote New Balance. I don't know too much about them, other than they're like a dad shoe. To me, they're as foreign as Nike, if you know what I mean. But sad thing about Lakai getting bought out. So now they're not going to be skater owned. They're just going to be skater pushed. What do you do then? Do you go and buy it? One thing that I've been enjoying is everybody skateboard. Everybody skateboard. It's from Alfonso Rawls. He and I don't know who owns the business really, but I think Alfonso Rawls is big. I mean, he should be. He's such a great skateboarder. If you've never seen Alfonso Rawls skateboard, it's like another Damien Cardball. It's like an epic person from the time. You should know. And shout out to Damien. He's been going through some stuff, but aren't we all? So he's just got my heart always. And I've been listening to those tracks, man. I got some for you. And like every day I want to shout out Matt Hensley. What a crazy dude. Rodney Mullen. But that everyday skateboard, everybody skateboards. Uh they released a board that's like 40 inches long and 12 inches wide, and it came in like Tommy Guerrero, Soy. They had one that was like Barbie, and I'm not sure. It's just an amazing deal. Plus, an amazing board. Where are you getting that board? I have this board here, but it's like in the 50 inches. The pinstripes are amazing. Like, what an amazing board. Dogtown, long board, functional nose, rideable tail, of course, Kryptonics, Paris trucks. First day I got it, I had to put this guy smoking a joint, Thrasher fucking Bassmith. But the pinstriping is like right on point. How could you not? It's all the devil. But I think this is a 52 inch cruiser board. And trust me, if you ride skateboards, it is a board that you want. You want that board. You want that. If you're riding a longboard, I don't know. I don't ride like downhill 58 117 miles an hour. But if I was going to ride a board and ride around, I want a nose and a tail. And I want it to be functionality to skateboarding. To me, just to me. That's why I love the nose and tail of that Dogtown. Like you can see the nose of it might not be so kicked, but it's there. And why would you need it kicked? Why do you even need the nose? But you do if you got a 35-inch wheelbase or whatever. I don't know. But everybody skateboarding, especially Alfonso Ross. What an amazing dude. Love him. And Damien. Uh Soul Tone Symbols. They've been on the radar. They've been trying to pick up people to play with them or sponsored promotion, drumming stuff. Drumming. Because it's always on my radar. I love drumming. One of my favorite things to do. That shirt right there. That's an independent shirt by Neckface. Pretty good. Misfits. Planet 9. Plan 9. Terror Lost in Space. So, I'm going to put together this board, maybe. Brian Booth. I can put together this board. Or I could show you some of these madness decks. Which I got a few of these madness decks out to show you. So let's look at a few of them, shall we? How was your day? Mine was fine. Alright, so I know I'm skitching and scatting about putting this board together. I want to so bad. Alright, here we go. Look at that big fatty fat. I'm supposed to go ride at Slam City. This is like Christmas. It's like Christmas. Okay. How cool is this board? I just want to give a reference. Give a reference. Alright, here's a reference. Here's a madness board. God dang, how cool are these boards? Got like the Perloid, the Madness, freaking Plague Wielder, the Madness logo. Is this a rider or what is this? I'm sorry if this is a rider. It says it and I can't really read it. But anyway, I brought this out. Look at the top. Dude, these Madness boards are just the best, dude. This is a, look at the wheel wells. Like, how much attention and detail do they put into their boards? They give a fuck. And it's funny, these are from China. But any which way, they're straight. Every one of them are straight. Every Madness board I've ever got is straight. Straight from China. But this board here is a 8.375. It's the Perelson Birdie R7 Slick. And I'm sorry, Prilson. I should have done more homework, but we don't give a fuck. But I care about your writing. I'll go look you up. Um, if it said Peterson, maybe I'd know. So we'll go here, put her on here, and you can see how this board is like what? How crazy is that? Does that blow your mind or what? Unbelievable. But at the same time, it's symmetrical. So we'll do a little bit of math, and we go 6.5, maybe 6.5. Thank you. And 6.5. And what I've been looking at, and you can't be 100% sure unless, unless you're sure, is that the tail, which, if I'm thinking right, this is the tail because it has a different kick. But when you look at it, you can't tell, which means it doesn't. So, yeah, I think the same thing there. Like this kick's bigger than that, but it's an illusion. So, this is a symmetrical Chubb's riding board. So, for curbs, or I don't think I'm going to be launching this over unless I'm doing early grabs or something. Maybe I'll do something. I don't know. I'm not even prone to not do something. But let's get a grip on it. Well, I know that I'm going to have to clean off some grip from another sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and use a smaller piece of Jessup that I cut out. And I do skateboarding stuff just a little bit different. So hopefully I don't have a big line in the middle, but I want to give it a little bit so it can cling into it. So it's not putting this out on the edge. So it'd be something easily peeled. It can be something inside. And it looks like the lines are straight up. They're both outside pieces, so they should line up pretty good. But usually I want it black on top. But cruisers are different because when you have a cruiser, you want to have something that you can kind of express yourself with because it's not like you're going out and doing a bunch of crazy skateboarding. It's just like you're having fun. So I always like to go peel by peel. That means I put it on and I leave my grip tape back up. I leave it under. That way I can go from here down and I can address this area first. And I can push out the air bubbles or I can fuck with it right now as I'm doing it. And then I can have it set to where okay, what's that? Like so. And I can address every air bubble to where a lot of people lay it on and press it out. It's fine. Everybody does different shit, man. And it's all fine. It all makes sense and it all has a reason. We'll go here, we'll let it go. This is just what I learned and what I like. I like a tailpiece. I like shit hanging off. I like do it fucking piece by piece. It's just what I like. Other people like different stuff. Okay, here we go. Last piece of the tail, which would be the nose. Then what a lot of people do is they'll take this and they'll put it down and they'll run it, which isn't that bad of an idea. You can't put your hands over grip tape like that. Today, you go, if you had to skate on that, over. But I do have these wheels that I want to put on it. These are the mini logo, the A cuts, but they got these bones bearings in them. And I'm thinking, hey, why not just put these cheap Timu bearings in there? Why not? And again, I had to go with Jessup because that's all I had, and I didn't want to put like Naruto or any kind of a Pokemon on my board. It was like I almost needed to cut the other side a little bit. Oh, oh, this mug might not be long enough. We're to find out. Hmm. The grip tape isn't long enough to do the board. Unreal. Go get her. All right. Somewhat there. Still left a piece off the end. Not good. If you want to grip your fucking stupid board, have it look good. But we'll see what it looks like after we're done. Can't bitch now. Bitch talk was completed. Mm, but she looks good. Look at that. See all that grip tape I wasted? We'll try to get her back. You always want to cut a little relief right here. See how that works? And you can see here at the end, I left like a little tiny bit. Well, that motherfucking little tiny bit could have went right there, but we won't talk about that. That's user error. We'll go. We'll go on the end without a real. We'll, we'll get there. Let's see what she looks like. What do you think bolts I should use? Comment down below. What a bummer about the tail nose not getting enough love. Whoa. We took everything. It's off the fucking rail. Can't say justice for my gripping. Let's just start right here. I guess the main thing about gripping is having a sharp razor. Like it doesn't matter what you're doing as long as you have a sharp razor. This account, I do, but I'm not using it. But no worries. But when you're always gripping, always pull up your sides. Like pull up. If you go around it with any kind of utensil and scrape those sides down, you need to pull up these sides so you can cut it. And I know your arm's gonna get in the way and shit, but you gotta do that. What about use one of these? That grip took down everybody in this room. Might as well throw that shit away. That motherfucker. There's that motherfucker. Alright, here's Grippy Grippy Goo. Here's Go Fuck Away. And we kind of see that ridge line down. Once I start pushing that shit down, fucking got a big bubble here. Nothing like putting a fucking $10 welfare job grip tape on a $90 deck. I should have just used fucking Brian Booth's uh New Deal grip. No, sometimes you just gotta have a black top of grip. You know what I mean? Right in the concave, right in that concave line. But anyway, I like to go around my board again. The Chub Cruiser. All right, so I'm gonna set up these wheels. And I need hardware. And I don't have hardware. Let's get some hardware. Where can we find some hardware? I should have had this pre-planned. Some hardware. Alright. If I can't find hardware, I'll find some fucking hardware. Oh, there's got to be some new hardware right here. Oh, I'm finding this weird hardware. Why am I knocking down everything? Holy shit. Okay. Alright. If I can't find hardware, that's going to be the hardware. How is the hardware not here? Oh, here we go. Tried and trusty on delay. Sure. That was crazy. That was crazy. It's gonna be crazier is finding the tools. Oh, here they are. Okay, here's the tools that I usually use. Always using skate tee, a tool key. Here's this toxic tool key. I'd really really sure. And I like this ratchet. This is what I call nurse. This is my nurse. And I always like to have this. And then for a screwdriver, I can't really find anything. Obviously, I've knocked over everything in my house looking for anything. So with this, I'm going to put these wheels, which are the A-cut pals, but then I'm going to be using the 215 Independence. Tiny as a mug. Let's go. They are big. They are bad. I love it. So let's put this together and see what happens. If you guys stay tuned, I'll get those madness boards out. And Brian Booth, thanks for sticking around, dude. We got that fucking madness board coming out to you as soon as possible, dude. The grip tape's dope. You'll love it. If don't, peel that shit off with a heat gun. On delay is a company that does hardware, and I think they're doing the PF Joey Fuko. All right, so we have this. Did we want to put risers on it? It's a cruiser board. Why don't you put risers on it and rise your way around the riser kingdom? You can do that. But do you want to put rails on it? Do you want to put risers on it? You want to put rails on it? All right. You can put risers on it. If you put risers on it, I would think you would put bigger wheels than a 73 or a 53. I think 53s are perfect with this board and this truck without risers. If you're just cruising, I would always advise cruising with shark wheels and Powell dragons. You know, those are like the ones you want to go to if you're cruising around anyway. Fucking, you can't see nothing but the line through the grip tape. Is that a fail? Is it a fail? Let me tell you, dude, I got that fucking Black Widow grip tape. It's like 10 inches wide. That would just made it more of a nervous wreck. Plus, the shit don't stick. And it's got no grip. So, Black Widow, fuck you. You're from a skateboarder. No love lost. Shit, you can give me shit. Alright, here we go. If anyone knows what you do, you take a bolt. I got the lucky red one right out the bat, so eat my ass. And you go from the bottom through, and you want to mark your little places. That one went through, so if you go through and the grip tape breaks, you have trashy grip like this. See how that went through in holes? If you go through like that and the grip tape breaks out in any other way than this little hole right here, you have fucking trashy grip. Throw it away. See how those come through like that? They're just guidelining me. This grip tape's helping me. Look at the line now. It's like, what'd you do? Put together two pieces of grip tape? Now I feel like a fucking retard. This is fucking Frankenstein. But anyway, you always go from the back in. That way. Um, and when you push your bolt through, there's a little bit of grip tape. You want to push that through and you want to come back through, especially if you didn't already break the hole. You got to break the hole and then come back through. And hopefully you pull that little piece of grip tape through. Same thing with these. You line it up to where you were, you poke your hole. You know, you lined it up through the back. Now you can see it. Now with that, you poke your hole. Same thing with all your holes. You find your hole, you poke it. The only thing about it is that sometimes it leaves a little piece of grip tape. And if you don't get that little piece of grip tape, hey dude, do whatever the fuck you got to do. They're like, is that a skateboard wheel? Shut the hell up. Right. So there's our. Here it is. I knew it was somewhere. I knew it was about to get me. All right. Now, here is the symmetrical Chub Cruiser. Took a minute to grip. All right. Well, we take a second and I'll show you the next board. And this is a Madness Alan Perelson. Alan Perelson, which is that's who I fucked up on the first one. Alan Perelson, I fucking love you, not Alan Peterson. Dude, look how much love we can give this dude. Impact. Resin 7 Impact. Look at the nose on that. That's just fucking. Dude, it's over with that board. This is a 825. Yeah, 825. 31.6. So I told you this is 33. This is 31.6. Dude, come on now. I have a buddy that says he wants impacts. Impacts all day. I have. Okay, we'll go one more deep. This is what the side eye. Like, hey, come on. Madness, side eye, grip tape burn. Just a regular. This is what I like about Madness. Just a regular purple top that says Madness. The other one, crazy fucking ornamental. This, it's an 8. Look at you can see how much flat on that 8 where the concave is. Or the 9. This is a 9, excuse me. This is a big boy, dude. This is a good board. Madness side eye. Okay, so we'll put some people like to put a bolt in the front in the way it looks like because these are Allen. Uh we don't need any kind of weird tool, but they have two of these bolts that are red. And this is a symmetrical board, so you have to set it up so one's on the same side of the same thing. Are you gonna fuck your mind up? What can you do? So we'll just set it up like that. One in the top left, one in the top right. There it is. And then we have the truck here. Independent 215. We'll stick that on. And we're going to go the way that it's drilled, which is sad because it's the opposite way that I'd want to go. But yeah, gotta love the Allen bolt. Who does? Yeah, well, the 215s are nice to have because they're so big. If I can get this one in. There we go. Seems like these bolts barely catch. Like even with just board and truck. Like no riser, no nothing. The board's like right against Like I hope it whatever. So yeah, I put the red in because I feel like I might have threaded weird. A rebel. There's the. I hope we can get it to where it doesn't shine through to me. Yeah, right. You can. Those are perfect. And we got the red little gay thing there, or the happy flag of today. You can only care about your grip job until you skate your board. And then what are you gonna do after mother takes it from you? What are you gonna do then? Cry about it. But this is a special board. I love this board. It's so weird and unique. It needs to be touched upon and touched with feet and fucked around with. It's not something that you can buy these chubs, but like you can't buy half the shit. Madness is gone. Blind is gone. There's so many companies that are just gone. So what's it leave you with? And if they leave you anything with a company like this Chub Cruiser, that's cool. I'm setting it up not knowing which way is forward, which is nice. So we'll pucker through, sticking the first screw into the left hand side of Aunt Jemai. So we'll put these through. It's not advised to put them all down at one time. Do you put your truck on like this? Is this what you do? Don't do that. You know what that'll. Dude, listen. Never been loose trucked? Get the fuck out. But you don't ever advise to put on all the hardware at the same time. Doing this because the fucking video is a million years long, and I just want to show you more Madden boards. Just get on there. Must be independent. Can't work alone. There we go. It can work alone. Here we go. We're on it. Must be nice to have editing. But any which way, I really love skateboarding. And I love this board. And I think I'm going to skate it. Like, I'm going to go to the park and skate this board. That's the kind of the vibes it gave me when I seen it. There's always like boards that you see, and 95% of them are popsicles nowadays. That's why I tend to collect shaped boards and weirder boards. But when you see a board like this come by, you're just like, hey, how much of a board? You could say that it's an egg. Like in the days of the chimpanzees, I was a monkey. With this board, and like if you were to put it up against who's coming out at this time with this board, you would have to say heroin, because they got the eggs, they got the swamp. This isn't any shape that I've seen by them. This particular thing, because of the length and like look at it, you can see they're like it's 10 inches and a half, so we'll do 3, 3, and 3, 3, 4, 3. That's what they did. They did 3, 4, 3. It's fucking beautiful. It's something that you don't fuck with it. You see it and you're just like, yeah, I'm good with it. All right, so we'll tighten these up. I just slap the fucking wheels on. I'm changing the bearings anyway. It's already an hour footage. All right, extra board. Damn. I got two of these. It's got the money bumps on both sides. It's a skinnier shape. Look at that nose. Jesus. This is a 8.5, which is only in the money bumps. Everything else is smaller. So if you look at 8.5 from here to here, everything gets real tiny right here before these. Very strange board again. Got the top. Says everything on it right here. Which one was that? The same behavioral issue type board. But this one has a different feel. It's like a leaf on there, like it's peeling up everywhere. And I don't think that's on accident, like they made it wrong or this is a bad thing. How do you do 100% perfection on all part of it and then oops? No. So there's this one's kind of weird. Which I just showed you the other one. I mean, these are the exact same boards right here. This has like the foil. I believe they're the same size too. 8.5, 32.3. One's got the foil, and then the other's got the guy, but the guy in this one has a foil too, and it all feels like it's like what do you call that when you do the antiquing? It's like crackle. It's pretty neat. And it's pretty weird. Especially for an 8.5 to be looking like that, you know. So it's skater of the year. I don't know who's going to come up, you know. Um, I thought I had mine made before I even watched any of the things that came out. But that's near or near there. All right, there's no need for me to put all this crap together, so I'll show you a little bit of these boards. Here's your board, Brian. All right, I got a few more left in this. I got the Madness Louis Vuitton model. It doesn't matter any way I do anything. It doesn't look like you can see this board. Again, with that, it's on resin 7 8.5. It's a bigger board, but it's if you see the hollow in it and you saw it from a perspective, you'd be like, damn, that's dope. And it is. The board's dope. Straight. Straight as a fucking muffin, dude. What is up? I don't know how straight a muffin is. This board, again, you look at that. Beauty, beauty. What's this board's called? Self portrait. They must have got this right on the money. But if you want to look me up on the internet, there I be. Looks like some kind of dinosaur junior thing. But this is a shaped board. These are like what I look for and desire today, like hookups boards that are bigger. Like the band, this cab, any of the Santa Cruz slicks. Not to say that that's what I ride. It's that's what I like to collect. This is a weird board. It's got little notches on the nose. It's got Newton or Putin or somebody again with the bullseye, big nose. This board's bad as fuck. That is the reflector multi 9 inch. This is a 9 inch board, but you cannot tell. I'm telling you, dude, what's going on? Put it on them. It says 8.5. This is 8.5. It says 9 inches. This is totally 8.5. So whatever it is, Chinese metrics. Bummer, I feel lied to. Um, it's I know I've said this before, but it's really upsetting that No Effects broke up as a band. But if you haven't went and listened to No Effects, here's three uh, things that I can say about No Effects that I really love. They're really nice people. One of them smell bad, and one of them is a better singer than Mike. And they call him Fat Mike because he's a lesbian. That's what I heard. I'm just from a small town. Okay, so do we use this? Rookie mistake. Do we use this? No. This is why we get these premium stupid. I'll sell these to you, dude. I get them so cheap. Uh, but the thing about tightening your shit is give them like 5, then go down diagonal and give them like 5. And then go over down and give them 5. And then go up and give them 5. And then repeat the process. By that time, this one's already loose. Don't fuck around, and these are sunk. Just go over all of them. Make sure you give them your loving touch. If you see a little tree alone, go over and give it a friend. Big fat chubby. That's what she said. Been trying to get over bronchitis, man. I've been sick, so sick. Look at me. I'm a sick, sick man. What are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna pay my way. Well, I wish you would. So we're supposed to go and skate at Slam City this Monday. So if I get a few clips, I've been thinking about getting a clip of a 360 pressure flip. I did the nollie backfoot impossible and showed it to you guys, and the nollie pressure flip shit. But I don't know how to go about just flooding my. I see so many people doing so crafty stuff. I'm not setting something up to set something up. Okay, anyway. Okay, here we go. We're putting this on this. Again, I always go like 5 deep, but then I go down diagonal. Then I'll do like 6. I'll come over, still on the bottom. 6, come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, by the time I come back over, that's loose. If I can catch it, I don't even need to. Yeah, see, I don't even need to use my Allen. She's a bitty. Here we got that one. We'll go down. We'll get this one. Over. We'll get this one. Huh, that red one's a BB. Maybe that's the one you need to set him in. We still don't want to lock. Whoa, I might have broke it. I did break it. I broke the lock of it. Well, Joey, you sucked. That sucks. I broke the Allen little thing. Well, good luck getting them off. Have to use a fucking blowtorch. So here we go to these A-cut mini logos, which they're pretty rad. And then this you can use the key for. You can set this up here. Boom. All right, we're gonna put these wheels on here. Still want to change these bearings. And with the wheels, here's what you want to do with the wheels. You want to crank them down so you can hear the bearings pop. They'll make kind of like it, and then back up off of them to where they can move. See, you can't move. Back up off of them. Fine. Look at how the wheel spins. Fucking sad. Same thing. It just take it down to where you can hear the bearing move. These fucking bearings are trash, I can tell. Maybe they'll do me wrong. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Look at that big boy. It's already fucking feeling like a workout just touching it. Already feels like a big bite out of my ass. I like AFI growing up, man. I thought they were really good. Now I can't fucking distinguish them from like they must have started the woke reunion. But there is a band that stays true, like Sloppy Seconds, man. They're right there, man. From Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah, these bands scare me. It's like they don't give an indication of what's good or bad. Whoa. Only one speed ring? No, it's a. It's there, big boy. So we got the big boy chub set up, man. And hopefully I can take it to Slam City this Monday. I don't know what I would do on it. Get some 50/50s or maybe pass it around to the boys to try to skate. But this is the chubs set up. I know the wheels are fat, but they ain't that fat. So this way it runs. Just gonna run it with that. I mean, it looks nice. It is a huge boy. It's a tank all day. We're gonna have to do something to those indies. Yeah, those indies got to get a little treatment right away, which is a good thing you got your T tool. I'll tell you what's up. Tell them what's up. It's like these trucks have never been touched. We'll get them right on the right paths, or we'll kill those fucking bushings. What's going on with this? Like somebody grinded them. They're creaky just a touch. That's how old those indies are. So we're gonna try to get everyone to kickflip this one at Slam City when I go there. We're gonna take the Alchemy of Nature deck by Chubbs, the 10.5, 33 inch, the 33 length, 10.5 width by 15.5 wheelbase. Artist Chakra System, and it is a symmetrical. I'm going to take this to the park and try to have everyone kickflip it. I'll take a video of that, see what happens. Well, good enough, man. I got too much time. You guys stay care, take care, stay cares. Don't go to the daycare. Don't blow your diaper around here. Much love.